2 balls and a strike to count on Taylor. Reyes fires, swinging a drive, deep left field. It's his way back. Welcome on, Chris Taylor.
What's up, everyone? Welcome into DodgerHeads, presented by DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel, joined today by Matt Moreno. And Matt, we've got a little tidbit from Bob Nightingale about Clayton Kershaw that some Dodger fans might not like to hear. Here's what Nightingale said, quote, "One former teammate of Dodgers 3-time Cy Young winner Clayton Kershaw believes that he'll either pitch for his hometown Texas Rangers or retire and not return to the Dodgers." My favorite comment on this was, we all better hope that A.J. Ellis wasn't the source on this one. It was left anonymous, but what do you make of this? Are you buying, obviously, a former teammate? It could be anybody, right? He's had hundreds of teammates, but one of them apparently thinks Rangers or retire.
Yeah, that was the first thing that struck me is, okay, it's saying a former teammate of Clayton Kershaw, so it could range from, a Blake DeWitt to, Corey Seager, who just, is it Corey Seager who just
James
signed?
Loney wants to share his thoughts on Clayton Kershaw's retirement.
Yeah, or is it like somebody like Corey Seager who just signed with the Rangers and, maybe he's going to have a little bit more of a biased opinion towards them. I don't think Kershaw's anywhere close to making up his mind, short of that he's not retiring. I think that we could take that off the table. In a recent interview, just before the Super Bowl on the Dan Patrick Show, he was talking about getting ready for the season and how he didn't believe it was going to start on time because of just where the lockout negotiations were at back then. Lo and behold, we're still kind of in that same position. And of course, opening day has been pushed back. So for me, I removed retirement from the table. Okay. I don't think he's considering that. I think he's recovered enough from his flexor tendon injury that he's going to keep pitching, or at least try to. I still don't see the Rangers because, to me, like we've brought up on this show, Kershaw is somebody who has openly stated he values winning. He appreciates the Dodgers being in contention year in and year out. As much as the Texas Rangers have sort of improved on paper, like there's no guarantee there, and they still do have some holes and answers to fill in. So you don't know what you're going to get there. Like, yes, you can stay home, and maybe that is something he will ultimately decide, and if he does, it will be understandable. But from a competitive standpoint, I just don't see that adding up.
I believe I was looking up what their win total. I believe it was up to 71.5. That was just a month and a half ago. So, I mean, this is a team that's still projected to be, 11 games under 500 at least, like 71 and 91, I guess, is where that would leave you. So is Clayton Kershaw going to still go there? You mentioned the Dan Patrick interview. I mean, he talked in there about it's better to be successful and reach the mountaintop and fail than to have never been at the mountaintop at all. Right? Well, where you think you're going with the Rangers? Like, you can't possibly believe that and at the same time say, yeah, sign me up for a team that is projected to be 71-win team. You also have, we talked off the air about the Scott Van Slyke interview that we got to do earlier. This is a number of months ago, but a guy who's a former teammate. By the way, he's got great Clayton Kershaw stories. This is a guy who I believe he said was drafted at the same time as Clayton Kershaw, came into the organization at the same time as Clayton Kershaw. Doesn't mean they're best friends, but if you want to talk about former random teammates, Van Slyke as a guy that at least has minor league ties to Clayton Kershaw, lived in the same house with him, kind of a thing. And he said he thinks it's Dodgers or retirement. Now, I'm not so positive as you are maybe that retirement is out of the question, but I do still remain incredibly skeptical. The Rangers thing will not make any sense to me until he actually signs on the dotted line. I'm not saying it will make sense to me then, but I find it hard to believe. I get the hometown Texas Rangers thing, but like, you're only going to be playing for 2-3 more years probably at the most, right? Like, we can't wait 3 years to live full-time in Texas. Like, you can't live in LA for 6 months a year and then Texas for 6 months a year over the next 3 years in order to be successful, win championships, that kind of a thing. So it doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but who knows? If you had to pick right now, Dodgers, retirement, Texas Rangers, what odds would you? I know Dodgers are the favorite in your mind. 60%, 50%? Where are you at?
Probably around 45 to 50. I think it'd be, 45 to 50% he's with the Dodgers, maybe 25 to 30 Rangers, and then retirement.
Whatever's left out of 100. Not a big math guy. Yeah. To me, I mean, I still think the Dodgers are above 50. I might even go as high as, say, 60%. I think 25% retirement and 15% Texas Rangers. That's where I would go. It's a nice story. I understand that, but man, it just doesn't add up to me. So let us know what you guys think below. Is this hopefully, again, AJ Ellis is not the reliable source, because if he's the source, you could basically take it to the bank and go to Vegas and cash the ticket. So that's Matt Moreno. My name's Jeff Spiegel. Let us know what you think below. Of course, as always, check out DodgerBlue.com. Dodger Blue 1958 social media, and please ring the notification bell and subscribe so we can see you next time.